Hi you guys, welcome back. So today we are going to be making this look that you see here on the screen, right? We are going to make the digital version of this look here. Now I need to first, let me go online and check because I found I found this and then I decided it's more, challenging. So let me see the designer and everything so that we have the right design. So it's Balmain, and yeah, so it's Balmain. Amazing. So let us begin. I think I'm going to change the size of the model, right? So that we have the right design. So it's Balmain, and yeah, so it's Balmain. Amazing. So let's begin. I'm going to bring in this. No, I'm going to start from scratch because I'm going to start from scratch now. Yeah, so we're starting from scratch and looking at this. Let me cover. So looking at this thing, I feel like it's a bit complex, but let's see how we can do it. It's a bit complex, but let's see how we can do it. So I'm going to start with already the construction, and let me put this on the side because TikTok is funny, it will start thinking this is a naked person. It's annoying. So I'm going to bring in the basics so that we start with those t-shirts. Open and add. Yeah, so at least then we don't have to, you see, this is why I don't like doing this live on TikTok, because immediately before I even do anything, it's saying that I'm exposing nudity or some shit. So anyway, I'm looking for a skirt and oh, this is frustrating. Are you telling me there is no skirt, like just the basic skirt? Oh, okay. Okay, so now I'm going to simulate and yeah, so back to the photo. Back to the photo. First of all, this long sleeve. Secondly, I feel like there is a okay. It's complex. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a normal top, and then I'll make it like a crop top. Then I will have this thing draping on top of the top. I don't know if that makes sense, because that's the only way. So I'm going to keep on, let me put it to the side here. I'm going to make a normal top, and then so let's start editing this part. I'm going to reduce this. I'm going to reduce it all the way, like I said, so that it's underneath it's very short. And then of course here it doesn't make sense, we need to remove these curved lines, so let's remove these curved lines. And then same for the back, let's do the same for the back, remove the curved lines like this. So let's simulate and see. Now it's a bit big, so let's reduce, we're going to reduce the sides like this for the front, and then for the back, and then now this is the front, reduce it, and then, so I'm going to keep on reducing it until, like, you know, we have the ideal, until we have the ideal size of the top. Again, I'll keep on bringing back what we are making. This is the challenge for today. It's a Balmain top, and I got from Google. So let's see what we can do with it, and if we'll be able to achieve this. So moving on, obviously the sleeves are funny, but let's make them longer because they are long in the photo. Maybe up to there. It seems to be annoying. They're going to miss the sewing, you know. That's what I thought, you know. So I'm going to say reset 2D, and I move this, rotate it, why am I even hustling? You can just do that, and then yeah, there we go. So I'm going to simulate, and why is it crisscrossing? This is odd. So okay, that's more like it. And then so let's make I'm going to make the bottom here a bit smaller because it's narrow. Yeah. So okay. now it's the neckline that I need to dismantle. First of all, this is not in the picture, so I'm taking it out. And then the neckline is very, very wide. Oh yeah, so, but because we are doing that, let's just okay. So now I feel like this is too much. Let's reduce it and make it so let's reduce. I'm trying to make it as okay, we have something here. So now I'm going to increase the shoulder line, like the shoulder length. I'm going to increase the shoulder length just like this. 9, 10. Okay. Let me see behind. Behind is like this. So there is still something on the here, the side seam that I don't really like. So let me correct that, because I feel like this one is going in, and yeah, so let's simulate, and yeah, that's looking way better. That's looking way better. Again, let me bring back the thing that I'm doing. This is what I'm working on, and so I'm going to cut into the shoulder like a small line, a really small, like, and I'm going to freeze it because I need it to be frozen. So first, this is 10 centimeters, so let me make it like 12, because then what I'm doing, that's when it's the only time it's going to make sense, when it's like 12 or more. And here it's still 10, let me make it 12. Yes, so let's simulate, and we seem to be having like some sort of boxy kind of illusion thing going on, right? That's what I wanted. So let me increase and make it even higher, right? Like, let's say there. So now we have something like that. Actually, this is quite awesome. Maybe I don't even need to do much more. Anything more, I don't need to do more, because this is already like you know, phew child. So I'm going to bring in this cloth, like I don't know if you see this cloth here that is draping across. To be honest with you, I thought this would take much longer because it looked very complex, but let's see. So let me see the back. To the front, okay. Okay. So I'm going to bring in like a rectangle, right? So I'm going to bring in like a rectangle that I'm going to use to drape. So let me draw the rectangle. And I'm going to edit it along the way. Now maybe it's a bit too long, so let's make it shorter. Even shorter. So the idea is to sew the shorter side to the shoulder line, right? For example, like here to here. See, something like that. And then this one, huh? So this. This, and let me put it closer and let's simulate. That is frozen, then I think this has to be wider. Let's see, something like that. It's simulating. Okay, that wasn't really smart, so let me reduce. But if we are using physics, then so this has become short. Okay, that's not how it is in the photo. That's not how it is in the photo, because in the photo it's more like, you know, more systematic, not just like wah wah wah. No, let me remove this. Let me undo this sewing here on one side, and it's going to fall. And by the way, this is layer 2, so should make it layer 1. Still thinking, how do they do the okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to duplicate this. Okay, so that this side also has a yeah. So how am I going to cut? So let's see which side is so, which side is not. So then what I'm doing is, I feel like it's too thick, so let me reduce the, maybe up to there. And then, so if I want, so this should go like this. So I should cut through. I need to cut through somewhere, you know. So maybe there. And I'm going to cut through, like I'm going to say, literally cut. Like I'm going to say cut. And I'm going to delete these, the bigger parts, right? And then I'm going to sew these two parts together, like this. So let's see what's going to happen. Okay, no, that's not working. So I think I will have to do the other way around. So let's say this and this. So let's see. Okay, so these sharp parts, first of all, we're going to move this line like this so that the neckline is plunged in O. And after plunging it like this, I'm going to, because here it's very sharp, and abnormally sharp, I'm going to make it have a 90 degrees, right? So I'm going to add a point here and another point here down. So I'm going to grab the point and I'm going to pull it up, the same as this one. Wow. Yeah, so I'm going to use the curve so that we can create a curve, something like that, and then also here. Yeah. So let's see. That was way better, but then it's a bit too high, and I'm supposed to let her brassiere show. So let's try this. And as for this one, I should make it 90 degrees. Yeah. No, I'll leave it where it is. But yes, perfect. I mean, not exactly perfect, because now it's not exactly perfect, because now we have this is getting annoying. Phew. Okay, so let's simulate. So now we have this sort of like annoying, this part here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another point here, and I'm going to move the point. Let's say now it's either that, or because I don't want this point to be like that, How do I correct this pattern? at least this one is manageable. So the only thing one has to do is to bring this one down and then bring this one all the way down. All the way down. See? Then here needs to be a 90 degrees situation going on. Yes. So this is a bit too wide. Either it's too wide or there is just something, you know. So I'm going to increase it so that we have a bit of a drape. Like I'm going to increase the height so that we have a bit of a drape. And before I simulate, let me move the pieces away from the body so that they fall nicely in the body. Something like that. Okay. Here we are. I'm going to, because I realized it's a bit funny here, you know. I should give it a 90 degrees kind of curve, right? So it was nothing like this, and then I'm going to bring in the curve that will facilitate the 90 degree that we are talking about, and I'm hoping that doesn't affect. Ooh, became too wide. Let me reduce that. That became too wide, and that wasn't my intention. I want it to be not wide, but you know. I just don't understand why. I don't understand why it's so thick, you know. Here is the thing I'm trying to design. But it's so thick. Okay, now the drape needs to follow the other one, so let me go back to this curve here, because I feel like this curve here is the issue, you know. And for some reason this fabric is not draping like it would drape. So let's simulate and see. Ugh, come on. Now it's just fat without a plan. Come on. Maybe if I reduce it. I don't understand. Let's make this a bit longer. Why is it? I'm so. Let's see from the toe. Actually, you know what? What if that won't work? I think it's this sewing here, man. It's the sewing, because I don't know why the drip is not, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the sewing, and I'm going to do a few like segment sewing. Like for example, if I say from here to here, and then from here to here, right? I'm scared. Okay, so then I will do another, or if I do another sewing from here to here, and then that is from here to here. What do you mean? Let me remove this thing and start over. Let me do the skirt. Okay, the belt was hiding, so we have a belt, and I'm going to, oh, they are building next to me, you know. So let's make a long skirt. It's too long. It's too long. Okay, there. Amazing. So let's remove the, not remove, but let me remove this one. Increase the hip, increase just below the hip. Just making sure everything is perfect, and then let's simulate, because there was some curve here that I didn't like, right? So let's let it stitch and see how it happened. And then after that I have to put a slit on the right side. Oh yeah, I have to put a slit, and I also have to make this thick, because that's what the design is, right? So I'll make this thick. Let me make it strong. you hiding? Okay. Come on, don't be annoying. Let me close this. Oh, so there was construction where I stay. I don't like it when that happens. So, two. I feel like of course not feel, but it's for real. This part here, the curves. This curve, I'll get rid of it. And this one as well. That one as well. I'll get rid of this one. Okay, and then for this waistband, the waistband shouldn't be looking like that. So I'm just fixing the waistband. Oh. Yeah. Same. And of this point. So I'm going to and then give it a bit of a curve. So now we have somewhat a normal waistband, no? Especially on one side. Let's correct the other side also, because our waistband is too curvy, right? And no, and it can give a weird illusion. So what I'm doing here is, correcting the patterns. Oh, that was easy. Okay, so yeah, so now we have a waistband. So let's see. Because of all this particle distance. Oh, it's 20. So I'm going to remove linked editing on both sides. So I'm going to say cancel axis, and I'm going to get a slit literally running from up to down. And if I say cut, and that's what happens there, over there, it's cut. Actually, even here, like, I should remove the sewing too, like delete the sewing, and then boom. So yep, there we have it. We have a slit. Now the thing that is challenging me the most is this cow drape, you know, so that's why I decided to do it last. I closed. So I'm going to create a rectangle, but this time I'm going to make it different, right? So I'm going to create a rectangle, and let me bring it into the seam. So there we have it. Now I'm going to move one part of the rectangle to go down like this, like that. Yes. And let me go back to that picture. So according to the picture, we have a drape. So I'm going to give it some like a curve, right? So that it's at 90 degrees, right? On both sides, like something like that. But then here it's at this angle, which I don't like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this angle, and I'm going to do this. So that, and I'm going to reduce this to go all the way down, but that's not the right, I mean, yes, it's 90 degrees, but it's too deep, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so here it's 90 degrees, but here it's not. So let's make it 90 degrees over there. And I feel like maybe it's a bit too big. I feel like it's a bit too big, so let's reduce it. Yeah, so I'm going to get another piece from the other side with asymmetric sewing or whatever. And now let's sew here to here, and here to there. So let's see, it's gonna happen. Oh, zombies, zombies. Mm-hmm. Let me reduce this. Let me see if I can make this classical distance like 5, if that will make a difference. And layer 1. All, and I'm going to assign the default fabric for all. However, I'm going to so this is it glass? No, glass, it's metal. It's so shiny. Oh my god, how do I make this grape? You guys, this drape is so difficult, you know. The drape is difficult and I don't know how to do it. Not that I don't know, I might have to see what it would be like in real life and compare from there. But actually, what if this thing is not even it's like this? It all boils down to the soul, you guys. So Let me edit this sewing. It just boils down to the sewing. Let me seriously, let me send this fabric. I play too much. The lines are, let me make it maybe a little bit. Class. Oh, this has really played me, you know, and it's even too big, so let's make it smaller, like this, and like this, something like that. Maybe that's why it has been giving me a hard time, because it's too. I see. So if I take it down a bit. Do this. And do that. know what to do. I'm going to make this thing large, all the way large, and these are definitely, okay, of course if I'm making it large then it needs to be, no, it's literally just under, okay, because the skirt is, okay, so what I'm going to do is give it elastic, because you know I have to find a solution otherwise. No, it's not working. Oh my god. So how am I going to do this? Is this working? This is stop stitching. Maybe it will work. Okay, maybe if let's see, if I put this aside like this and this one aside like that, and I'm going to delete the sewing here, and I'm going to create a small rectangle. Isn't too big. Let me reduce it. If we can bring this small rectangle like this, and I'm in fact going to freeze it, and then let's see if I saw this part to this part, this part to this part, and let me first see where it is at. Okay. No, it's not working. It's not working now. What am I going to do? In fact, let's delete it. So I'm going to merge these two, you know. I'm going to merge them and make them one piece. So alright. So this thing is sharp. I'm going to lower it first. No, I have to use C. Yes, it's too sharp. And then also here, when it's not so like that, you know. Now, the thing that is giving me the hardest time is this part here, you know. I'm trying to figure out how we can nicely drape like this part without it having maybe like this at this angle. Okay, so maybe at this angle, let me widen it at this angle. Let's see. I mean, it is kind of calming, but maybe if I increase this and make it a bit thick. Oh, nope, that doesn't work. So I guess yeah, we have to reduce this. Yeah, this. Maybe if I increase this like this. Okay. let me pull the skirt down. Now before I do that, let me increase its width. So I'm going to pull it down. Because it's a lower waist skirt. Yeah. And then I swear I think I'm let me increase the here. I want to see if I can increase the drape. Yeah, nothing changes, so let me just leave it the way it is. I think it's the best I'm going to get for now, so let me just remain humble, you guys. Yeah. Let me see if I unfreeze. Oh yeah, I can also pin. I see, I can pin, so let me do this. Let me, I'm going to increase this down, all the way down. And I'm going to start pin and tuck. So for example, this one to here, and then from this one to here, and then this one you pin it to this one, this one you pin it to here, here you pin to so here to here, and here to here, and from here to here. Yeah, let's see. So I'm going to pin here to here. Yes. And then from here, let's add the tuck like from here to there, and similar. So I think the tuck thing is going to work from, let's say, from here to there. give it a 90-degree here, what will happen? Okay. Let's add the tag. I'm trying to make the illusion of pleats. Gosh, please help me. Okay. Yo, I think I'm going to have to come back tomorrow, you know. I have to figure this drip. So I think I'll come back tomorrow, you guys. I'll come back tomorrow and we'll continue from here tomorrow. So see you guys. Thank you and bye. If you haven't, check out my course. I have a masterclass in this class in Style 3D. And also, if you check the link in my bio, I have a masterclass in Cloth 3D. So here it's fashion tech meets real fashion. So see you in the next class and bye. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and I hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe.